Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how do they seem so confident, so in control, so unstoppable? The truth is, they weren't born that way. They've mastered a mindset that you can learn too. Today, I'm sharing 6 powerful lessons that will help you unlock your true potential, gain confidence, and live the life you deserve. These lessons aren't just ideas. They're tools you can use every single day to transform your life. Let's get started. 1. The power of authenticity. In a world full of noise and comparison, the most powerful thing you can do is be yourself. Authenticity is magnetic. It draws people toward you and builds trust. But authenticity isn't just about being honest with others. It's about being honest with yourself. Who are you when no one is watching? What lights you up inside? Stop trying to be what others expect you to be and start owning who you truly are. When you show up as your real self, you stop competing and start shining. People admire confidence, but they love authenticity. 2. The power of self-belief. Here's a truth you need to hear. You will never achieve more than you believe you can. Self-belief is the foundation of everything. Without it, even the best opportunities will slip through your fingers. Think about it. Why do some people succeed against all odds? It's because they believe in their ability to overcome challenges. Self-belief isn't arrogance, it's trust in your potential. Start by silencing the inner critic. Replace "I can't" with "What if I can?" and then take the first step, no matter how small. With every action, your confidence will grow. 3. The importance of mindset. Your mindset is the foundation of how you experience life. Think of it like a pair of glasses. If your lenses are clear and focused on opportunities, you'll notice chances to grow and succeed all around you. But if your lenses are smudged with negativity, all you'll see are problems and obstacles, even when solutions are right in front of you. The good news? You can change your mindset, just like you can change those glasses. Start by practicing gratitude. Every day, take a moment to focus on what you already have: your health, your family, your small wins. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. It rewires your brain to notice the good instead of getting stuck in negativity. Next, learn to see failures as stepping stones, not roadblocks. Every mistake is a lesson in disguise, teaching you what doesn't work and bringing you closer to what does. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "What can I learn from this?" This shift turns setbacks into opportunities for growth. Mindset is also about self-talk. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. If your inner voice says things like, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," it's time to change the script. Replace those thoughts with ones like, "I'm figuring this out," or "I'm improving every day." One of Buddha's most powerful teachings is, what you think, you become. Your thoughts shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. If you train your mind to focus on possibilities and solutions, your actions will align with those thoughts, and your life will begin to reflect that positive energy. Lastly, surround yourself with people and environments that encourage a growth mindset. Spend time with those who uplift and inspire you, not those who drain your energy. Choose books, videos, and activities that fuel your progress. Changing your mindset doesn't happen overnight, but with daily effort, you'll begin to notice a transformation. You'll feel lighter, more hopeful, and ready to face challenges head-on. Remember, your mindset isn't just the lens you see the world through. It's the lens through which the world sees you. 4. The value of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often misunderstood. Many people think it means showing weakness or exposing flaws. But the truth is, vulnerability is one of the greatest strengths you can have. It's about being brave enough to show the world who you truly are, even when it feels uncomfortable. Think about the moments when you felt a genuine connection with someone. It likely wasn't because they seemed perfect. It was because they were real. Maybe they shared a story about a challenge they overcame or opened up about something they were struggling with. That honesty is what creates trust and connection. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you give others permission to do the same. It's a gift. Imagine telling a friend about a failure you've experienced, and they respond, "I've been there too." That shared vulnerability creates a bond far stronger than pretending everything is perfect. Being vulnerable also strengthens you. When you acknowledge your fears, insecurities, and imperfections, you take away their power over you. Instead of hiding from them, you face them head-on. This builds resilience and self-acceptance. You start to realize that your value doesn't depend on being flawless. It comes from being authentic. Vulnerability is also the key to growth. If you're unwilling to admit you don't know something, how can you learn? If you're afraid to try and fail, how can you succeed? The people who achieve the most in life aren't the ones who avoid risk. They're the ones who embrace it, knowing they might fall, but willing to try anyway. Let's not forget vulnerability in relationships. When you're open about your feelings, you build deeper connections. For example, saying, "I'm struggling with this," or "I really appreciate you," can transform how others see you. It shows them that you trust them enough to share your true self. Of course, vulnerability doesn't mean oversharing or exposing yourself to people who won't respect your openness. It's about knowing when and where to share. It's about being honest with yourself first, so you can be honest with others. As Brené Brown, a leading researcher on vulnerability, says, "Vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. When you're willing to take emotional risks, you open the door to incredible possibilities. Start small. Share a little more of your thoughts and feelings with someone you trust. Reflect on your own challenges and ask yourself what they've taught you. With time, you'll see that vulnerability doesn't weaken you. It strengthens you in ways you never imagined." Remember, being vulnerable isn't about proving anything to others. It's about giving yourself permission to be human, to embrace imperfection, and to live authentically. In doing so, you'll inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of courage and connection. 5. The power of positive self-talk. The way you talk to yourself shapes how you see the world and your place in it. Every thought you have is like a seed planted in your mind. If you plant seeds of doubt and negativity, that's what will grow. But if you plant seeds of hope, confidence, and positivity, your life will flourish in ways you never imagined. Let's start with a simple truth. Your inner voice is always listening. If that voice constantly tells you things like, "I'm not smart enough," "I can't do this," or "I always mess up," you start to believe it. And what you believe shapes how you act. Negative self-talk creates fear, hesitation, and insecurity, holding you back from opportunities. You hold yourself back because you don't believe you can do better. The more you tell yourself you're not enough, the more you start to feel that way. But here's the good news: you can change your inner dialogue. You have the power to reprogram your thoughts, just like you'd rewrite a story. It starts with awareness. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Catch those moments when your inner voice is unkind and choose to challenge those thoughts. For example, if you hear yourself thinking, "I'll never be good at this," replace it with, "I'm learning and every step is progress." If you catch yourself saying, "I always fail," reframe it as, "Every failure teaches me something valuable." It might feel strange at first, but over time these positive affirmations will become your new default. They'll become the truth you believe and the lens through which you view the world. Think about it this way: Would you talk to a friend the way you sometimes talk to yourself? If a friend came to you feeling down, you wouldn't say, "Yeah, you're terrible at this." You'd encourage them. You'd remind them of their strengths and tell them to keep trying. So why not offer yourself the same kindness? Treat yourself like you would treat your closest friend, with love, patience, and support. Positive self-talk is especially powerful during challenges. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to spiral into negative thinking. But those are the moments when uplifting self-talk matters most. Instead of saying, "I'll never get through this," try, "This is tough, but I'm strong and I'll figure it out." Remind yourself of times you've overcome difficulties in the past. You've done it before, and you can do it again. Think about how many times you thought something was impossible, and yet, here you are today. You've already made it through so many challenges, so this is just another step in your journey. Science backs this up too. Research shows that positive self-talk can reduce stress, improve performance, and boost resilience. It works because it shifts your focus from the problem to the solution. Athletes use it to stay focused during high-pressure moments. Public speakers use it to calm their nerves before stepping on stage. It's a tool anyone can use to stay motivated and confident. And the best part? You don't need to be an athlete or public speaker to benefit from it. We all have moments when we need to boost our confidence and stay motivated, and positive self-talk can help us in those moments. Another key to positive self-talk is practicing gratitude. When you focus on what's good in your life, it shifts your mindset. Instead of saying, "I wish I had more," you start to think, "I'm thankful for what I already have." This simple shift can make a big difference in how you feel about yourself and your life. Gratitude is a powerful tool because it trains your mind to look for the positive in every situation. When you start your day by thinking of the things you're grateful for, you're more likely to notice opportunities and small victories that you would otherwise overlook. Finally, remember that positive self-talk is a habit. It won't happen overnight, but the more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Write down a few affirmations that resonate with you and repeat them daily. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and avoid those who fuel negativity. Over time, your inner voice will transform into a source of strength and encouragement. The more you affirm positive thoughts about yourself, the more natural it will become to believe them. You'll begin to rewire your brain to automatically focus on what's possible, not what's impossible. The way you talk to yourself matters. It's not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about creating a mindset that empowers you to face challenges, take risks, and grow into the person you're meant to be. Start today. Speak to yourself with kindness and watch how your life begins to change. Remember, positive self-talk isn't just about saying words. It's about truly believing them. The more you affirm your strengths and capabilities, the more confident you will become. Over time, this mindset shift will not only change how you see yourself, but how the world sees you as well. When you talk to yourself with love and encouragement, you unlock your potential to achieve greatness. The shift you make internally will be reflected externally, transforming the way you approach everything in your life, from relationships to your goals. Speak to yourself like you are your biggest supporter, because you are. 6. Embracing impermanence. One of the most powerful lessons you can learn in life is that nothing lasts forever. Change is inevitable, and everything, good or bad, will eventually pass. This is the core of the concept of impermanence, a truth that can either be a source of anxiety or a powerful tool for living fully. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to forget that everything is temporary. We get caught up in chasing success, holding on to possessions, or worrying about the future. But here's the reality. Even the most important moments of your life are fleeting. The joy of success, The pain of failure, the struggles, the celebrations, they're all temporary. And that's okay. When you embrace impermanence, you stop clinging so tightly to outcomes. You stop resisting change and start flowing with it. Imagine holding on to something so tightly that your grip begins to hurt. The tighter you hold, the more you suffer. But when you let go and allow things to flow naturally, you open yourself to new opportunities and experiences. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals or not caring about the future. It means letting go of the need to control every single outcome. It means understanding that life will have its ups and downs, and that's part of the beauty of it. The key is to appreciate each moment while it's here, knowing it will change, and being at peace with that. Embracing impermanence also helps you deal with loss and hardship in a healthier way. When you face challenges, whether it's the end of a relationship, a job loss, or the passing of a loved one, remember that it's part of the cycle of life. It's painful, yes, but it's also an opportunity for growth. The difficult times teach you resilience and strength, just as the happy times remind you to be grateful. Think about a flower blooming. It's beautiful, but it's only here for a short time. The flower doesn't worry about its eventual wilting. It simply blossoms in the present moment, radiating beauty. In the same way, you can choose to live fully in the present, enjoying what you have now without stressing over the future or regretting the past. One of the best ways to practice embracing impermanence is through mindfulness. This means being fully aware of each moment, without judgment or attachment. When you're eating, enjoy the taste and texture of the food. When you're spending time with loved ones, be present, savoring the conversation and connection. And when you're facing a challenge, take it one step at a time, trusting that this too shall pass. Another aspect of impermanence is accepting that we are constantly evolving. The person you are today is not the person you'll be tomorrow. Life is about growth and change. When you embrace that, you stop being afraid of what's next. Instead of fearing the unknown, you begin to welcome it as a part of your personal journey. It's also important to remember that while things don't last forever, every experience leaves its mark on you. Each lesson, each relationship, each challenge, it all shapes who you are. You can't always control what happens, but you can control how you respond to it. By embracing the fact that everything is temporary, you gain the freedom to fully engage with life. You begin to see that every moment, every relationship, and every experience has value, even if it's only for a season. The beauty of impermanence is that it allows you to live more fully. When you realize that time is limited, you stop procrastinating and start living intentionally. You pursue your passions, you love deeply, you take risks, and you appreciate the small moments. Embracing impermanence is about letting go of the fear of losing, and instead seeing it as an invitation to live with greater purpose. It's about understanding that change isn't something to resist, it's something to embrace. Every moment, whether happy or sad, is a part of your journey. By accepting that nothing is permanent, you can learn to let go of attachments, release the weight of the past, and step forward into each new chapter with openness and grace. You can trust that the best is yet to come, knowing that every change is just a new opportunity for growth. So, when you face challenges, or when things aren't going the way you planned, remember, this too shall pass. And when things are going well, cherish the moment, because it's precious. Embrace the impermanence of life, and allow it to give you the freedom to live fully, love deeply, and experience every moment with a sense of wonder. Now, let's bring it all together. Authenticity helps you stand out. Self-belief gives you the courage to start. A positive mindset keeps you moving forward. Vulnerability creates connections. Positive self-talk lifts you higher. And embracing impermanence gives you the freedom to live fully. These aren't just lessons, they're a roadmap to becoming the best version of yourself. You have the power to change your life, right here, right now. The question is, are you ready to take the first step? If you found these lessons helpful, don't keep them to yourself. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it, and let's create a ripple of positive change together.